dünyanın süsü olan, dünyanın ihtişamı olan, dünyaya kalite getiren, anlam getiren varlıkların 2015 yılına daha hala kadın haklarından bahsedilmesi çok korkunç. Böyle bir durum zaten hiç olmaması lazım. Baskı. Ve o baskının sonucunda cilt sağlıkları bozuluyor, saçlarının güzelliği bozuluyor, vücutları bozuluyor, neşeleri kalmıyor, sevinçleri kalmıyor. Adeta güzellikleri tamamen toprak olmuş oluyor, yok olmuş oluyor.
So we're in Istanbul, Turkey's biggest city and also home to Adnan Oktar, the world's most famous, if not only Muslim creationist. His group of followers is called the Kittens. Even though they're a religious group, they have their own TV channel and show where they talk about everything from religion, politics, to Kim Kardashian. I've actually been invited onto their show, so I'm gonna head over to their studios to find out more about Adnan Oktar and his group of kittens. But before the show, I wanted to learn more about their group, which has dozens of websites that advertise their message. So these are all videos of Mr. Oktar giving kind of speeches to his followers. And this first video is called Excerpts from Conversations. To men who meddle in women's affairs, would you like women to meddle in your affairs? Our religion has given women an authority, maternal authority. I used to kiss the bottom of my mother's foot and say, here I find the smell of paradise. That is really intense. So then he goes on to say, now that in a sense, women are more and more superior. They're superior in compassion, mercy, cleaning, punctuality, meticulousness, and thinking about details. It seems like his views kind of oscillate between two different things. On one hand, he's like, kiss the bottom of your mother's feet. But then on the other hand, he's saying the superiority of women is actually in meticulousness and cleaning. Adnan Oktar came on the scene in the late 70s and 80s when he began a religious group based on a grab bag of creationism, the evils of Darwinism, and Islam. Soon after, his fans, many of whom were from Istanbul's wealthiest families, started to follow him, and Oktar's congregation went from being a religious group to something that resembles a cult. His kittens, who bear a striking resemblance to each other with their plastic look and fondness of bleach blonde hair, look closer to LA reality stars than religious devotees. A lot of people think Muslim women only wear head-to-toe veil, but in Turkey, a majority Muslim country, there's a wide range of fashion. With the kittens, who sit at one extreme, I wanted to see what Turkish people thought of Oktar and the kittens. Do you know Adnan Oktar?
Ya duyduk da şeyimiz yok. Herhangi bir bilgimiz yok adamın için.
Yani öyle kadınlar, kızlar karışık bir durum yani. Dini bir işlerle bir alakası yok diye düşünüyorum yani.
Olive Arculet, a prominent Muslim feminist, doesn't think looks have as much to do with Islam as people say, especially for women.
Şimdi ben tekrar altını çizmek istiyorum. Yani giyimine bakarak insanlar Müslümandır yahut değildir diyemeyiz. Vermem, yani vermemek daha doğrudur ama şunu biliyorum. Yani buradaki problem onların Müslüman olup olmaması değil. Buradaki problem onların hani kadınlara neyi yaptıkları ya da neyi reva gördükleriyle alakalı bir şey diyoruz. Ve bu eşitliği de öncelikle kadının erkek tarafından cinsel bir obje olmaktan çıkarılmasıyla mümkün olacağına inanıyoruz.
Armed with some background knowledge on Oktar and a dash of Muslim feminism, I was ready to meet the kittens. Were they simply sexual objects or something more? So we're on our way to Adnan Oktar's studios called A9 Studios, but instead of driving straight there, we're actually meeting one of their followers, and he's going to guide us directly to his place. I'm not quite sure why, and they're being kind of cagey about it. It might be because they don't want us to know the exact location of their studio, but either way, I know that it's a big compound, and that's where Adnan Oktar lives with a lot of his kittens. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Hi everybody.
Meher, nice to meet you.
Emre. Now we are going to studio.
Okay.
Then you will meet some of our friends.
Okay.
And then you will see.
Okay.
Beni takip ediyorsun ha.
That was ominous. He smelled nice. It still smells like him in the car. So this looks like a proper estate. our cameras can film here?
No.
No? Okay. So we should wait, I guess? Okay.
Because of the security reason.
Right away, our cameras were clearly making them uncomfortable. I spoke to Sarah, and she said if we're not in the studios, we could film.
As policy, we want to record with our camera, and we'll supply with all the recordings.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Kendi isteğinize göre çekip onu biz daha sonra edit ediyor arkadaşlarımız.
This is an editing
Ya uygun olan yerleri.
They
Ama
will be
Konuşalım.
After a long back and forth, the only place I could speak openly was in the bathroom on a phone camera. So we've been told that we can't use our own cameras, even though I discussed beforehand to let our cameras shoot here. Seems like they have some sort of policy where we can only use their kind of shitty cameras. They're gonna edit it and give it back to us, so clearly they're really worried about their image, but we're gonna play ball, see what they're gonna do.
Hello,
Hi,
my name is Oktar Babuna.
nice to meet you.
Very welcome.
Hi.
This is Mr. Adnan Oktar's studio house.
Great. Oh my gosh. This is like MTV Cribs. I got so caught up in the luxury, I forgot that this is the home of Islamic creationism. Oh, this is gorgeous. So what's this stuff?
Well, here you see some paleontological evidences to show that the species did not evolve to each other.
Okay.
And these appear all of a sudden, the species. These are real fossils, as you see over here. For example, you see a seahorse 5 million years old here. And then you see the picture of the seahorse. You see they are no different.
Yeah.
Which means there is no difference, mean no evolution, of course.
We're waiting on them to finish Ramadan prayers, and then they're gonna come mind us during dinner too. And then at 11 o'clock, I'm gonna go on a show. I'm not sure what they're hiding because actually, like when the cameras are off, everything seems pretty benign. There's only one kitten who we've seen so far. The rest have been corralled away until we see the show. It feels a bit like I'm in North Korea because everybody's smiling and everybody's into showing me how luxe the life is, but they are not letting us film anything at all with our own cameras. Like I said before, you know, no, there's someone coming. Turn off the camera. Turn it off, turn it off. In preparation for the show, I was plastered with makeup, but even that we weren't allowed to film. I never wear makeup, so it's new to me. Yeah. Okay. No good? Okay, thank you. Hello. Hello. Hi again.
Welcome.
But when I did finally get on set, there were only dudes, no kittens to be seen.
Efendim, merak ettiğiniz, konuşmak istediğiniz konular varsa hemen başlayabiliriz.
Okay, so I came here because I'm making a TV program about women in Islam. I've noticed that we said in Turkey when we come here, it's very distinct because there are people who are covered and there are people who are not. Does he believe that women should be covered?
Yani çok olağanüstü şartlar varsa, kadına rahatsız ediliyorsa, tabii ki kadın kendini korumak için kapanması gerekir. Cenab-ı Allah bu konuyu net bir hüküm olarak açıklıyor. Yani cinsel organları, göğüsleri kapalı olmak şartıyla gayet rahat bir kıyafetle gezebilirler.
So this means like a bikini, for instance, they can wear?
Tabii ki.
So there are many women that work on the A9 channel. Are they here tonight?
Evet, demin geldiler. Alkışlarla sizi isterseniz içeri alın.
Oh, they're leaving?
Yeah, the ladies are. Hanımlar
Okay.
geliyor, ladies are coming.
Şimdi bu güzel hanımla konuşmalarımıza devam edelim.
So I talked to Ebru actually a lot about what women in Islam represent, and so I wanted to ask some of the women here how they feel about misrepresentations of women, Muslim women in media and things like this.
Gelenekçi İslam'da kadın tehlikeli bir varlık olarak görülüyor. Yani yüzlerce tedbir var. Bir kere erkeklerin içine çıkanmaması var. Çıkmaz diye biliniyor. O ortadan, konu oradan bitiyor. İkincisi, çıksa bile tamamen kapalı olarak çıkması gerekiyor. Kapalı çıksa bile konuşmaması gerekiyor. Konuşursa kaba konuşması gerekiyor. Buyur. Yani kadının potansiyel böyle suç makinesi gibi görülmesi gelenekçi Ortodoks İslam'ın en acımasız yönlerinden bir tanesi. Yani bu bir hakarettir.
I'm wondering if it's okay for me to ask one of the ladies if they can tell me their story a little bit. Is that okay?
Size acaba hanımlardan birisiyle onların hikayesini sormam uygun olur mu diye soruyor.
Tabii ki.
Of course.
Sure. Okay. I don't know any one of you that wants to answer, but basically I was curious to know about how your life changed once you started following creationism and became part of the A9 team.
Actually, a lot of things changed when I met him because, for example, when you look at us, all of us, and I'm sure you also realize it from outside, here, women are always in front. We are not only equal, but we are always superior. So it's the best place for a woman to be in the world.
Oh, great.
So because, for example, we have all, seen the West and how they treat women. Yes, there is equality, but for example, when you enter a room, for example, in England, in America, there is no difference between a table and a woman in the room. But with him, for example, when a woman walks in a room, it's like an extraordinary being walks in a room. And he realizes every single detail. And, women can see a lot of details, and it's very important for a woman. For example, he realizes a very little thing you change in your character, in your appearance, you did about yourself, and it's very, it's very respectful. So we are being treated very respectfully, and it's the only place I can see in the world that this is being done in this level in the world right now.
Is there a connection between the way that women are treated here and the creationism part of it?
Of course, because he does it because he believes that God created women like this, and he emphasizes love and emphasizes that every single human being has a soul. This is why we are trying to make peace in the world, not only against women but also with men too. Because for example, for a lot of people in the West, one person dying in the Middle East means nothing because they see themselves superior according to their race, racial identity. And this also comes from Darwinism, because Darwinism told people that there is something called race. But in creationism, every single person who is created is equal. That's why, of course, this is the most important part of it.
Okay.
Darwinism also humiliates women as well.
Ah, how so?
Darwin himself says it.
Yeah?
He says the woman is like a dog in the house, and something who can be played with, that's all.
This position of being always superior and always in front, is this something new that you got to experience once you started
It's new for everyone in the world. There is nowhere in the world that does this to any woman. The top that you can get in the world is women being equal to men, right? And especially, for example, in America, we know that many female CEOs earn much less than men because they think they don't deserve it, basically. They think women are not superior, women are not equal.
For me, before I met Mr. Oktar, I didn't know religion. I didn't know that I could live religion and be free at the same time. But after I met him, I read his books. It opens my heart to the truth.
What's the best book that I should read if I'm trying to understand everything that you've written?
Maybe everything. We cannot say one book because he has more than 300 books.
Yeah.
But you have to read Atlas of Creation and Bigotry, The Dark Danger.
Okay, great. Yeah, I would love to see those.
Okay.
Programın konusu açısından da ilk şehit bir kadın olması, ilk iman edenin bir kadın olması, ilk peygamberimizin imamlık yaptığı kişinin kadın olması, ilk vahiy kabul edenin kadın olması, peygamberimizin peygamberliğini ilk tasdik edenin kadın olması, kadının üstünlüğünü göstermek açısından yeterli değildir. Peki programımız bu kadar olsun şimdilik. Bu bölümü bu şekilde bitirelim. Biraz sonra yine sazlı sözlü muhabbetimize devam edelim.
Beautiful. This is such a good gift. I really appreciate it. That was the weirdest thing I've ever gone through in my life. It feels as like someone rubbed crayon all over my face. So I'm unsure as to how these women do this every single day. The makeup process was hidden from us. Their PR handler lady really didn't want anyone filming me getting my makeup done. On one hand, it's like they're trying to make these women look like real TV presenters, but then on the other hand, in the middle of while somebody's having a conversation about women and politics and Islam, their leader starts playing Sia and like weird top 40 remixes, and everyone has to start dancing in their chairs. Maybe the most illuminating part of it was when I asked the women in the audience, who, by the way, weren't speaking until I directly asked if I could speak to them, how this changed their lives. And they all basically told me that they learned that they could be free even while being religious. Are they having better lives than they did before? What were their lives before? No one even wanted to talk about it. And at the end of it, I received this ginormous, like 15-pound book about creationism that's full of obviously fake fossils. I mean, I thought that once I would meet them, I would understand a little bit more, but I'm even more confused about everything once I've left. When I came, I thought this was going to be a fun time, that this would be something that was light and bubbly, and we would have, you know, a fun hangout session by the pool with these ladies. And by the time we show up, it turns into this dark, kind of scary, uneasy situation where it's as if you walked into a reality show that's actually a prison. And instead of having any sort of resolve, we're left kind of empty-handed with their bizarre footage. To the outside world, their lives seem like a joke. They seem like something that's an embarrassment or they're for spectacle. But in reality, these are real people, and their lives seem to amount to some sort of spectacle for one man, and that's their cult leader, Adnan Oktar.